Hello, my name is Alex Sandoval. I am the coordinator of the IMEF Indicator at the Mexican Financial Executives Institute in Juarez, Mexico. And I'm going to talk about the summary of the IMEF Indicator for the month of October. The title, Downward Trend Intensifies, and it shows that recent data from the IMEF manufacturing and non-manufacturing indicators point at the clear loss of momentum in economic activity at the start of the year's final quarter. After 2 months of slight improvement, the IMEF manufacturing indicator showed a new decline compared to the previous month, remaining in contraction territory. Meanwhile, the IMEF non-manufacturing indicator registered 4 consecutive months of declines, also positioning itself in contraction, albeit less pronounced. This occurs against a backdrop of weak quarterly GDP growth during the first half of the year, with increases of 0.11% and 0.16% for first quarter and second quarter, respectively, although preliminary data for third quarter suggests that quarter will rebound 1%. In October, the IMEF manufacturing indicator decreased 1.7 points to 47.1 units, and with the other adjustment of the indicator, overall figures reflect that the contraction in the manufacturing sector continues. The IMEF non-manufacturing indicator declined 0.4 points to 49 units. And the trend cycle series fell by 0.2 units, landing 49.6 units, along the measured by company size adjustment to 49.7 units. All three measurements remain below the expansion threshold for the second consecutive month, suggesting a potential contraction in the service and trade sectors. Both of them showing below the threshold and showing a weakness in the activity in general terms. Along the GDP data for first and second quarter of this 2024, it's showing that the third quarter will confirm with a certain recovery, very steady and mediocre growth. For the Juarez economy, along the ISM indicator in the US, we can show how it will behave the economy in the following weeks. Specifically, the purchase manufacturing indicator decreased to 46.5 units, 7 months below threshold. Although new orders increased, production decreased, employment increased, supplier deliveries decreased, inventories decreased, customers' inventories decreased, prices increased. It's not a red flag, but obviously we have to keep an eye on it. Backlog of orders, 1.8 points downwards. New export orders increased and imports without change. But the most important part of the ISM is the open answers, from the questionnaire by subsector, where there are subsectors with good trends like food, beverage, and tobacco products, along computer and electronic products. But there are subsectors like transportation equipment that mention 2 bad elements. The market demand significantly decreasing in the second half of 2024 and expecting to be soft during the first quarter of 2025, and also mentioning uncertainty along the election to be held tomorrow, with several risks along trade restrictions. Also, the subsector of chemical products are answering that contingency plans are being formulated to anticipate trade policies to impose tariffs. And well, there's a lot of uncertainty right now. I believe that more than consider that this is a bad moment, the situation has to be understood under this volatile environment. That will be cleared during the following weeks once the presidential election is settled, and then the policies are being supported by who will be working with the elected president in the US and how they will work around the campaign promises. Mexican economy is weak. Juarez economy is weak, but could expect an improvement in the following weeks, given the improvement in general terms of the market economy in the US, rather than simply considering the manufacturing sector. This is everything right now. Thank you very much for your attention.